Hi, One Place. My name is Nina Vallado. I am a student here at Angie's University. This week, I ran into this BuzzFeed article that talked about a plot hole in The Little Mermaid. And I was like, man, that's a lot like what I'm going to say today. The plot hole is, why didn't Little Mermaid just write when she didn't have a voice? You know, that could have saved her a whole lot of trouble. And, you know, we know she can write. She signed her signature in cursive on that contract to Ursula. So there's no excuse why she couldn't communicate. And that just reminded me of a little bit of my sister. I live with autism. Well, I lived with autism, and I slept with autism, and I ate with autism. And what I mean is that my sister was diagnosed with autism at the age of 2. I haven't been not around autism for the vast majority of my life. She was diagnosed in Brazil. That's where I was born, my family was born. And at the time, there wasn't a lot of research, wasn't a lot of data. So they told my mom it was because she didn't release enough oxytocin, the love hormone. So they told her that she didn't love her child enough. Eventually, we moved here to America, and there was a lot more research, a lot more data, and we discovered that wasn't the case. We don't know what it was, but it wasn't so much important why she got autism. It was important, how do we deal with it now? Where can she go? We tried to put her in public school, and at the time, public school wasn't working. They told her that she was incapable of learning. This is her special ed teacher. But my mom didn't believe it, and we put her in a private elementary school, the school I went to. And in 1 year, being in a full inclusion classroom, that's not separated, that's not special ed or neurotypical children, it's all together. And having a full-time aide with her, she was able to learn colors and numbers and write and spell and read and write and all the things that you would normally learn in 1 year of school. But you know, she was always behind, but we were proud of her progress. And our church at that time, I forgot my sign, but if I were to pick it up right now, it says our church gave us a lot of support. Our church gave us a platform to communicate with the community in our town, to bring parents with special ed children to come in and just talk and just discuss how hard it is being a parent with a special ed child. And just my mom would be there and comfort them or teach them or show them what things worked for her. And our church gave us that platform, and it was wonderful support. When Lisa got to high school, she was a 9th grader, you know, doing 3rd grade math, 5th grade reading level. So she was behind, but we weren't concerned with her academics. We were more concerned with her social aspect in learning. So we set the goal of getting a certificate, not a diploma. But Lisa had other plans in mind and other goals that we did not know of. Her sophomore year, we found out about this program in Texas that this little Indian woman invented to communicate with her son who has autism, and it worked for her, and we said, let's try it. We took Lisa to Texas, and the way they communicate is through a stencil board with tracing. So for her, this little Indian woman named Soma says that the mind with people with autism goes super fast. One word will trigger so many different thoughts. So you need to slow the mind down. So by tracing the letters on the stencil board, it provides this sensory for feeling the letters and slowly picking at the letters, and eventually forming sentences. And that was the first time in 16 years that we communicated with Lisa. In 1 week, we found out her sass and her humor and her beliefs and so much that we did not know about this 16-year-old girl and my sister. And for the longest time, all I saw was autism. I would just see autism in Lisa, and I wouldn't see who she really was or what she wanted to be seen as. And I think a lot of time our church sees disabilities in people and sees sins and mistakes, and we think these people, we try to support them, but our support ends up being pity. And I think the way we can change that is paper, invisible paper, vision. If we change our vision, if we change our perspective, that will just give people hope, that will give people a new platform, not one of, oh, wow, you were able to do this, but one that gives them hope for them to show who they want to be seen as, not what their disabilities show. So let's be that people. Let's be that people that see their abilities, their potential, not things that the world sees.
What a great metaphorical vision, even, that encouragement that we would be able to see the piece of paper she was holding up, right? Thank you, Nina. And you might not know this, but Nina is responsible for quite a lot of the videos that we end up seeing here. Thank you for that gift of love as well. Yeah. Hey,